Okay, today we're trying two things. One is obviously this new SOOOO blush. Another is I bought a light, like a big ring light, because even though I like the look of natural light, but this room has two very big windows only on this side, and there's no windows on this side, so I always have like half my face that's in the shadow. So I add a light here, so hopefully it looks good. And now it's past, it's almost 6 in the afternoon, so I think sun is gonna set very soon. So I'm gonna try to finish this video timely. Yeah, and see how this actually looks, because this is the first time I'm using this. It literally delivered today. And this SOOOO blush, the bag is like out of shape because I bought it yesterday, and yesterday in Japan it was pouring rain, like literally pouring. My lower half body were all wet once it's actually not wet, it's like dripping. That's all irrelevant. Let's actually talk about this blush. I tried all 6 or 7 of this new blush from SOOOO yesterday at the counter, and I picked up 3 of them. I'm gonna see how these 3 work with my skin, and if I do wear them like super often, I might even get more, but for now we are working with 2. I have the shade 01, 02, and 03. The shopping assistants tell me that she really recommend to mix 01 and 02, and I tried this combo at the counter on my face, and it looks actually really cute. But you know, when you are trying things at the counter, it's sometimes, I think it's because of the lighting in the department room, it often make it look different than it is looking in like a natural light or at your own home. So we'll see today. And the name of this blush is called Blurring Color Blush. So I was really hoping this can be a replacement of the melting blush, which is what we are gonna compare this with, because the melting blush, which got discontinued because they can't produce this product, because apparently a part of the ingredient is very hard to get for them, so they had to discontinue. I hope this would be a replacement, but after I touch it at the counter, it definitely is not. The formula is very different. The formula is similar to the blush, the pure color blush, which is what got discontinued right the time this come out, which makes sense, you know, like because of the timing, this probably is supposed to be a replacement of the pure color blush. Why I can tell this different is because this melting color blush, it's really like the name. It's like melting. Even though it's 100% a powder, it's not like cream to powder or anything. It's literally a powder, but it melts into your skin, applies like just like a cream. It was so good. There's no kick off, no like powder flying when you are getting your brush in there. But this one has a lot of kick off, which is similar to the pure color blush, which actually, I have to be honest, that wasn't my favorite formula of blush, because I sometimes find it apply a little bit patchy. And this time I tried at the store, right? I tried, I think, 5 shades in total. I didn't try 06 because that one was too cool toned for me. I think they applied pretty beautiful, so I think they might did an update on the formula, which I am. Actually, this is what I like about SOOOO, because they never do a pointless reformulate. They always make things better. So yeah, I'm very pumped about this new launch. And finally, let's see the product. This is the new packaging and compare to the melting blush, you can see basically the, how to say, the construction, can you say that about packaging? It's the same, it's just matte, which I actually appreciate because you can see all the fingerprints that I have on this packaging. And even though not like it's matte, then it's like automatically free of fingerprint, as you can see, but it's definitely gonna be less messy looking, right? And it's like normal, just like every other SOOOO blush, you know, it looks the same. If you look at their official website, you might think this line has some shades in like a ombre effect, like two color blend into each other in a pan, and some shades are not. But when I am seeing them in person, actually all of the shades are ombre. There are like two shades blend. It's just for like 2 or 3 shades, they are blending very similar shades together. So it seems like it's almost one color online. Like this one is the color 03. Well, you still can see there is like an ombre effect, right? But the online picture, it almost looks like it's one color because these two shades are pretty similar. This is the shade 03. And let's look at the other two shades, which are the two that the shop assistant say she recommends to blend together. Like, how cute are these colors? I purposefully got lighter colors because previously when I got darker colors, I always get less use of them. So yeah, like I think I probably better go with something that I would use all the time. You might see this too. You might see this too and think, oh, are they like almost the same as this one, right? Because this is pink and peach, and these two are like pink and peach as well. But I tried at the counter, it's actually like a different shade on the skin. So let's actually try it. I will put some swatch comparison of these two in the end, like with the previous melting powder blush in comparison. But because there isn't any shades that could be like a dupe, so I wouldn't apply on my face because there's no point. There's gonna be different shades. I'm just wanting to show you the texture difference in the end, and actually also color difference. It's just, you know, it doesn't really make sense to apply on my face if they're not gonna be a dupe. Let's start with what the shopping assistant recommend, which is this two. I think she applied this pinkier one on the outer perimeter of my face and then used the peachy one on the center, which I felt a little bit odd because usually you would put the more like neutral shade like this to the outer perimeter and put the slightly more vibrant shade on the center. I thought that was interesting. And also, I will show you later in the swatch, but I want to warn you that this part, the white part, or like basically every shade that has this top part, there's glitter in it. So if you don't like glitter in your blush, skip this one. There's like a lot of glitter. It's not just like a spray thing. This one is new, so you cannot see much, but when I was swatching them at the counter, because a lot of people already swatched previously, so there was like, you are going into like the deep layers into the product, right? So you can really see a lot of glitters. But when I applied on my face at the counter, I can't see much. So let's actually try this. So the pink one, I'm just gonna swipe like this to get both of the shade. And let me bring you a little closer. Actually, I still couldn't get my fringe, my bangs cope with me, so ignore them. And I'm gonna apply on the outer perimeter. I don't know how well this is gonna show on the camera, but in real life, this is such a natural type of shade. Like, you can never apply too much of this shade. It's such a cute shade, and it looks just so natural, and I feel like I can never apply too much. Can you even see that? I lightly set my cheek, but I didn't set it completely, because I normally don't set it completely, especially in the summer, because I just feel like it would be feeling too thick in this weather if I apply too much powder. And then I want to layer this peachy one on the inner part of my cheek. This combo is truly such a cute combo. Like, I really like this shade. I think the way she recommends to apply this is actually really cute, because this part being a little bit more like skin colored, because this is more like a brownish, like skin, almost like a nudie peach. It just makes the color look that much more natural and blend with my skin, because I have olive skin tone. And the pink on the outer perimeter is just making it, how to say, like more life. It's not like so flat, it has more life. It's actually looking so cute right now. And because the sun is starting to set a little bit, now the light on this side is actually lower than the big lights. Okay, I think I have to get used to how to work with this light. But let's try the shade 03, which is the shade with the like more nudie pink and peach blend together. Maybe I can also go with what she recommended, like apply the pinkier one on the outer perimeter, like maybe here. I don't know if you can tell, but the pigment is actually looking way different than the previous two. This one is actually more like vibrant, the color. Not like this one is like more, I don't know how to say, it's like more translucent, if that makes sense. Like, it's just lighter, the pigment. It's just less like orange and a little bit more like orangey peachy on this side, but it's still pink. And now let's apply this orange side, which is basically just glitter actually. Glitter with pigment. But the weird thing is, when you are seeing it in pan, there's so much glitter in it. Now I am applying on my face, I literally cannot see that much of like glitter particle. I think if I really look super close, like sticking the mirror into my face, I can see that there's glitter particles applied on my face, but it's not like it looks like glitter. It's so hard to explain. Just looks like a glow. Like, I don't know if you can tell, there's no glitter from like a normal distance, but it just adds this very pretty glow. I do think this is really an update from the previous version, the pure color blush, because that one, like I said, I feel like I applied a little bit, it applied a little bit patchy, but this one doesn't at all. The camera may be washing me out a little bit, so you might not see very well. Let me see, can I adjust this one? I think now you can see a little bit better, right? It's not as bright, so you can see the texture and the color better and the glow. I think you can see my skin texture pretty well under this lighting. Yeah, I really like this one. I might even get more if I, really use this a lot in the next couple months. And I have tried the darker colors. There are two colors that's darker than this. Actually, those two could be still working for me if I use a lighter hand, but I think those two probably work better for people who have like a true medium to tan skin tone. I don't know if that would work if you really have like a deeper skin, but yeah, medium to tan is definitely gonna work, the shade 4 and 5. So I might go back to the counter and try the color 6. Or there's another limited edition color, which is 101. That color was like so light, so I didn't even try it on. But maybe if I get a lot of use out of these 3 shades, I might buy more. But yeah, I really love how this applied. Now let's swatch it. I'm gonna swatch the shades in each palette. Can you call this palette? Separately, so that you can see the particle better, because basically the color on the top right is gonna be the color that holds a lot of glitter. Okay, I'm definitely swatching this backwards, so I have to hold my arm super awkwardly. Hope you can see. This is the shade 1 and 02 and 3. And this is the melting color blush in the shade 9, and this is the melting blush in the shade 2. Actually, now I'm swatching it, I can definitely see some similarity. Specifically talking about the shade 02, I think it could be potentially similar to the shade like 02 and 09 of the melting powder blush. Actually, I'm not sure if you can see the glitter, so let me swatch the glitter shades of each palette. Hope you can see it better. I still don't think you can see the glitter, right? Once you apply it to the skin, it doesn't seem like such a chunky glitter. I guess you can see like a little bit of that glitter, right? I think you can. After swatching this, I would actually say even though the formula I still wouldn't say it's the same with the melting powder blush, but how it applies on the face is actually similar, because the melting powder blush, it has this very subtle sheen, and this is almost giving that effect by having this very fine glitter that applies actually very smoothly on your skin. Actually, the pure color blush, it doesn't really have that much of a sheen. For most of the shades, it can differ from shade to shade, but for the most part, a lot of them are like satin to matte. And this one having like more of a satin to like glowy-ish. It's SOOOO stuff, it's just never gonna be overly dewy. It's always like done on a taste. But yeah, I do think this one is more on the glowier side, which is different than the pure color blush. And I'm very happy that they did this reformulation, because it was really an update. And just like I said, I feel like SOOOO never do and reformulate without an actual update of the formula, And I will update on you of this here and there maybe in the future, but for now I really love this blush and I don't regret getting 3 of them. And if you are trying to find a powder blush, maybe check on this one if there's a color that you would like. I think they are like all pretty universal colors, right? There's no like special colors yet, which I hope they can put out more special color in the future. That's my thought. I absolutely loved this, and thank you so much for watching. If you have any other like Asian beauty or like makeup product that you want to try, let me know. Maybe I would also be interested and try them in the future. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.